All right, today I'm gonna be showing you a door jamb right here. We got a door jamb on a new construction house that went through the winter time. The door jamb brick mold comes out, pre-primed, yet, during the winter time, there was no gutters on. We had water splashing up, snow splashing on it. It caused the primer to peel, and now we're down to bare wood. And I'm gonna show you how I go about resolving this situation. When this door jamb first came out and it was installed, I already caulked it and I spackled all the holes, so the spackle and caulking is all dry. So now just gonna give you a look of, I'm stumbling over everything here. So I'm gonna give you a look at what it looks like to actually prepare this properly and make it look brand new, like it didn't actually have all this problem. One of the primer I use, my go-to primer, typically on exteriors for all kinds of things, especially when you got bare wood or blistered siding, a lot of different scenarios. Peeling paint, I use Zinsser Triple Thick Primer. So the Triple Thick Primer is gonna go, I'm gonna brush on a coat on all this stuff wherever there's any type of peeling. It's going to prime the bare wood. It's also going to feather out wherever we have paint and then primer. I'm going to put a coat of primer on there. If it looks pretty good, after it dries, I'll just lightly sand it, and then I'm going to hand brush and roll this door jamb. It should look brand new. I'm going to be masking off using a masker. I don't want to get any paint on the concrete. I'm using frog tape, 2-inch tape, that I'll be masking off the metal portion of the door jamb. Also frog tape, advanced frog tape. Right here is what I got on my tough gaff. I'll be brushing, with my Premier Riverdale and priming with also a Chinex filament brush also. So I'm sanding using a 3x4 sander right here with a coarse grit sanding sponge. I also have a flat abrasive that I'm gonna be using if I need to, which is Ekasand, an 80 grit Ekasand. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. We're gonna make this thing look brand new. So here we go. So anywhere where there was spackle, I'm trying to find the spackle spots, sand that spackle. Down low is where all the water damage is. So I'm gonna switch off my flat abrasive. I'm gonna switch over to a 1/2-inch foam abrasive to get to contoured and routed edges. All right, so I got that all sanded. Now I'm just gonna dust this off. I'm gonna remove my weather strips. They just come right out. Now I'm gonna begin the priming process, get this all dusted off. Got one little spot I need to caulk right here. I'm gonna get some big stretch, caulk that, touch up, caulk that. I'm gonna get my masking down. Gonna mask with frog tape so I don't get any bleeding underneath. So frog tape advanced right here is stronger adhesive on it than regular frog tape green. So how to mask in the wind. I got videos on how to mask in the wind. So I want to get masking across this door jamb. It's awesome trying to mask in the wind, I tell you. Love this wind. So just mask out, as far as you're comfortable in the wind. If you drip any paint, the wind's gonna blow it, so. Prep work is key to painting success. So Triple Thick is a high resin primer. Can be used for all different kinds of things. Great primer to solve all kinds of problems, exterior painting. I use it on just about every single exterior I do paint. These days, use it on a lot of composite siding that has blisters on it. It'll fill the blisters, seal the blisters. I use it on bare wood, high resin. It'll go on bare wood. It's tinted white, so I like it because you can see once it dries where it goes. There's other products similar to it that are not white, they're clear. So once they dry, you cannot tell where you've actually gone with your primer. So Triple Thick dries white, so I really like that. So I'm not gonna pull it out of the bucket. I'm just gonna pour some in my bucket here. You can see how thick it is. So they call it Triple Thick for a reason. So look how thick this stuff is. Look at that, it doesn't even hardly run off the brush. Start brushing this on there. So I like to, my primer, Triple Thick primer, wherever I put it, I like to brush it on. So you can brush it, you can spray it, you can roll it, but I always like to brush it. If you spray it, you definitely gotta have a tip thick enough to spray it, that's for sure. So I showed you, it's so dang thick. It's got primer on it, so I don't need to prime all of it. Anything that's exposed bare wood, that's peeling, I wanna get a coat on it, and it's gonna, where you see there's bare wood and then primer, Triple Thick will help feather that out so you won't see that. It's a cool day, so it's not gonna dry too fast. So I got time. Like, if it's really hot, you gotta move pretty quick. I wanna be careful in this wind that I don't get any on that door. Door's freshly painted. Down here, I'll just put, some on this whole door jamb down low, because it's what gets the weather, so might as well, since I'm priming, I've got to wait for this all to dry. To sand it, I'll just prime all of it. And I like to, once again, brush it because I like it's really thick. So it's going to either leave brush strokes or stipple marks. And, a hand brushed door jamb looks really nice versus it all stippled from a roller. And usually, when I've got a peeling door jamb like this, I'll usually lightly sand it with a sponge and then put one more coat on. So I'm I've got other things to paint, so I'm getting this primed, giving it time to dry, and I'll cover my bucket up with a wet rag so it doesn't dry out. Now just check your layout. Make sure it's all nice and laid out. Looks good. That's already starting to dry even in these cool temps. So I'm gonna cover up my bucket, comb back, lightly sand it, give it another coat. All right, so my primer is dry now. So I'm just gonna, just rub my hand over it if I need to, if I feel anything rough, like if it raised the grain anywhere, made the wood, bare wood feel fuzzy at all, then you just hit it lightly with your sanding sponge. So I'm just going to rub my hand over it and feel it. It feels just slightly rough, and you don't have to get overly aggressive. I don't want to sand my primer off, but a lot of times it'll raise the grain on the wood, make it kind of feel fuzzy and rough, but that all feels pretty good because I sanded it really good. Now I'm going to do my second coat of primer, and I don't need to do a second coat over where it's primed, just where it was raw wood. It'll help even feather the bare wood to painted surface, even better. So it's one of the things that this product does, is it helps feather out those edges. All right, now my primer, everything is dry. If you need to sand it, you would want to do your sanding one more time with your sponge, Ekasand sponge. And now I'm going to put on 2 coats of paint. So I'm going to roll a coat of paint, and then I'm going to back brush it. So I'm just going to get the paint on really fast. Got to work quick. The air is so dry today. So you definitely want to put a heavy coat of paint. This paint, I'm using Sherwin's Latitude today, and it dries like so fast. Putting a heavy coat of paint makes it so it dries slower. You can put latex extender, XIM latex extender in your paint. They'll slow the dry time, help the paint level out better too. So I'm gonna let that dry.